Okay. So we are going to come into a comfortable Wuji stance. And this will be recorded so everybody can watch again if they want. So lifting through the crown of the head, tip of the tongue behind the top teeth, like you're saying la la la. Arms are relaxed by your side. And a softness in the arms, the elbows, the fingers, the wrists. And then let the knees bend a little bit so that you feel the tailbone kind of sink and a heaviness in your feet. So you feel nice and rooted to the ground. And then just take a couple of breaths. Maybe you close your eyes, or maybe your eyes are open. Breathing in and out, letting go of your mornings, anything that happened prior to coming to the class. And letting go of anything that you might have to do after class. Just give yourself permission to be here for the next hour. Starting to notice your breath and starting to cultivate the breath from right below the belly button. So when you take an inhale, you can feel the lower abdomen expand out. And when you take an exhale, you can feel the lower abdomen draw back. It might be subtle, a little less noticeable than if we were lying down or seated. So if you're having difficulty feeling that part of the lower abdomen as you breathe, don't worry about it. Don't force it. Just keep breathing in and breathing out. And let all of your thoughts turn towards your breath. Feeling the breath as it passes in and out of your nose. Feeling the breath as your belly rises and falls. Noticing the subtle movement in your chest, your ribs. Maybe feeling your arms slowly move a little bit away from your body on your inhale and a little bit back towards your sides as you exhale. And today we'll set our own intention for practice. So thinking about something that you would like to release or let go of, and that could be something physical, mental, spiritual, something that you'd like to just let go of. So take a breath and imagine you're releasing all of that into the chi around you. As you inhale the arms up, taking a breath and exhaling the arms down, releasing all of that into the earth. And then whatever you released, fill yourself up with the positive and the opposite energy of that. So perhaps if you release some inflexibility or pain, fill yourself up with flexibility, ease, and comfort, or whatever the opposite is of your release. And then the last breath is just to seal all of that energy and chi in for our practice. So breathing on, inhaling, breathing up, exhaling, floating the arms down, and then just letting your arms, your hands rest on the lower dog's Taking a few more breaths here, relaxing the shoulders. Breathing in and out. And slowly releasing your arms by your side. If your eyes were closed, maybe you take your chin to your chest and then open your eyes so that you're gazing at yourself and at the ground before you bring your head up to neutral. And then starting with some Jiben gong, so warming up our joints, we're going to take our chin down to our chest. And this time, let's just make a few full circles, being very mindful of how your neck feels as you rotate your head. If a full circle doesn't feel comfortable, just do a half circle. So just bring your chin to the chest, bring it over to one side and back down to the chest. So either full or half circles. And you can keep your eyes closed if you're feeling dizzy, or just keep them open. And maybe do about 6 rotations in one direction or to one side. And then we'll do 6 rotations to the other side. And once you've done about 6 rotations to each side, bring your head back to neutral. And then with one arm, we're just going to do a forward and then come behind. So sometimes we come across with our little tiger's mouth. This time we're just going to come forward and behind. And while you're making this movement, you can play around also with the position of your thumb. So you can have the thumb up as you come forward. And also you can move a little bit from your waist as you come back, just like we would if we were doing this one. So a little bit of movement in the waist. Then you can maybe take the pinky up and have that part of the hand up. And just play around with a few, maybe, I don't know, maybe 6 with the thumb, maybe taking the pinky. So just changing the rotation of the shoulder joint. You might find that the shoulder tends to crack a little bit more if you have that happening in your body when we make this kind of rotation to the front and the back. So I'm just kind of alternating, thumb up, and I'm coming back. And the next one, my pinky side of my hand is up, and I'm coming back. And then I'm going to reverse. So I'm going to come to the front. Now my thumb is going to be down. And then when I come back up, my pinky, actually, I think my pinky is up all the time. I rotate my hand at the very bottom. So my thumb comes up and my pinky goes down. My pinky's up. Sorry, thumb is up as I come up here. And then my pinky side of my hand is up. So I'm rotating kind of midway. And you might notice that when you change direction, that you have less of that creaking or cracking in your shoulder. At least I do. I can only share my experience. So please let me know yours after if you notice a big difference. Good. And then we'll do that other hand. So thumb up. And then the pinky is kind of up on the way back. Yeah. So we're just rotating. You can also, when you're making this movement, thumb up, you can also bring the pinky up. I think it's just harder to do when we're going back. It's so interesting when I'm making these movements with the large joints. I don't know about you, but you can, again, share this afterwards, is I tend to get very warm. I feel like I'm almost sweating just from making these movements at the large joints. And then we'll reverse that. And I think it's because this is where we have the gates of the body, the chi gates. So a lot of chi gets stuck and stored here. And I think as we're moving, that energy releases and it creates a little bit of heat in the body. So I think that might be your bad shoulder, Pat. Is that your bad shoulder? That one is? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you can, this movement. So I should have said that. So it's all about moving the shoulder joint. So if you can't bring the arm up and out, just move the shoulder joint so you can make them like little scarecrows, and you can do that movement as well and come to the front. So it's all about this whole joint here. And even if we all do this, the feeling that you should have is everything is moving from here. And like your rest of your limbs are just hanging. Yeah. Now, if we bring our arms out, so the elbows are bent, and again, you can come as high as your chest, or if you need to rest your elbows into your body, you can do that as well. If you're feeling a bit of tension or tightness or soreness in the shoulders. So let's just do a little bit of visualization here. Your hands are nice and soft. And close your eyes and imagine that your arms, or that you are, let's just imagine you're a pine tree. Okay, so a beautiful pine tree. You can be I know a spruce is a different kind of pine tree, but whatever your favorite pine tree is, a white pine, a blue spruce, a Norway, a cedar, anything that's a pine tree. So we know that pine trees have lots of little needles, right? So they're kind of dense, right? They're a dense tree. They've got lots of these pine needles. It's not like you can really see a lot of their branches. You can see the shape of them. So imagine that your arms are the branches, your fingers are the pine needles, and see if you can feel or sense the spaces around your branches. So around the shoulders, under the arms, around the elbows, the lower arms, the wrists, and between each finger, and then the space from your body out to your arms, the insides of your arms and your hands. So this sort of circular space here in front of you. And see if you can just be aware of that space. See if you can feel or sense all of those spaces. You might feel even like a little bit of vibration between the fingers. A little bit of heaviness in the arms. And just sense the chi and the space all around you. Now, again, if your eyes are closed, just take your chin to your chest and then open your eyes. Bring your head back up to the center. Good. And then just take your arms, start to bring them in and just drop them down behind you. The backs of the hands are facing the front of the body. And then let your neck or head fall over to the left. And just take a couple breaths here. And back up to the center. Take your head over to the right. Take a few breaths here. Come back up to the center and one more time. Come over to the left. And back up and over to the right. Now, keeping your hands where they are, bringing your head back up to center, soften the hands a little bit. Just soften them. Keep the backs of the hands facing the front. So instead of reaching down, we soften them. And see if you can feel that space. Just be aware of that space around the arms, in between the fingers, and between your body and your arms. And then slowly release that. And then we're going to take our arms up and we're going to bend the knees and come back. And we're going to do this sort of quickly. Okay, this is just called Tai Chi bows. So just like this. That's it. So you're now bringing your arms up higher than the shoulders and bending the knees as your arms go back. This will help build some strength in our legs. Breathing is just natural. And let that go. Come back to your Wuji stance for a moment. Maybe your heart rate is a little higher. Feel it slow down. Take your feet just a little bit lighter. Hands on the hips. Let's make some big hip circles. Reverse our direction. Good. Come back to the center. And then we'll open this gate, the claw. So if you need to hang on to something, you can hang on to something or hang on to, or if you have a wall. You can also take the opposite arm out. So if we're going to start with our right leg, you can take your left arm out to the side. We're going to bend the knee and we're going to come across and out and down. Across, out, down. Across, out, down. Across, out, down. And it doesn't matter, like I'm kind of wobbling here. It's okay. We just want to open this part. So if it feels better just to out, you can just do this, hanging onto the wall. That feels really good too. So just opening, whoops, opening the hip. And then try the other side. This is definitely my wobbly side. Good. Give that a little bit of a shake. Just shake out your legs. There you go. And then just come again to that Wuji stance for a moment. And notice how your joints are feeling. And again, see if you can feel that space all around your body, in between your fingers. And your breath to slow down. Good. Then let's work with us with our 3 swings. So the first one is just constant bear. So this one you can even make like a little bit of a figure 8 with your hips. So your hips can move in this figure 8, right? And then your arms are just coming along. We're not really forcing the movement of the arms. It's more about getting that figure 8 in the hips, and then the arms just come along for the ride. Not like we're doing a big swing. So constant there. And then let's move this swing into our knocking on the gate of life. So here you can have that little dip in the knees. Again, if you feel like your knees are going to torque a bit, so the movement really comes from the waist. So my knees are just pumping up and down a little bit, but the movement is in the waist. And if you're feeling that's bothering your knees, then just pick that heel up as you turn to the side, okay? Really important to take care of your knees. If you can make the movement happen from the waist, that's fabulous. If you can't, that's okay too. Just make sure you pick up the heel as you move. Knocking on the gate of life, right behind between the 2 kidneys in the back, Ming Men. Taking deep, deep breaths. And then we're going to move this swing into our cat pose. So this way. So our arms are going to just come up to the side. We have our toe on the ground, the heel up. We come down and other side. Like we're a little cat, like we're gonna get ready to pounce. And you can let your arms be heavy on the downswing. So you come down, down, and just make that little turn to the side. Let your wrists be nice and loose. Breathing in and out. And then we're going to take this swing into our W. So we have our little cat stance, center, circle, cat stance, circle, cat stance, circle, cat stance. So we're just adding a little circle in the middle. Okay, we'll let that all go. Working out in Qigong today. Take a drink if you need. Shake it all out. Come back to center. Everybody's good, good. Okay, let's do some chi cultivation and just a little bit more warm up. So we'll do another warm up for our spine. Then we'll do open and close the gates and some chi cultivation. So let's start with hands here at the tops. So that sort of, I call it kind of the standing cat-cow or spinal wave, where you just come forward a little bit and round up. And then inhale and exhale. So start slowly, just getting a sense of how this movement feels in the spine. And see how much you want to play with that movement. How much do you want to get down, bend the knees and reach out? How much you want to roll up and tuck the chin and roll up? Maybe it's just a little bit. Maybe it's a little more. Noticing how it feels in your spine. And of course, coordinating that movement with your breath. Good. And then come back to the center. And then opening and closing the gates. So we have those loose fists, right? Our hands are, palms are facing us. And then it's like our knuckles join, like it's the hinge of the gate. And then we open the gate. So squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take an inhale. And you don't have to arch really far back. The focus is just here in the upper back. And then on your exhale, you're going to close the hinge, close the gate, and then tuck the chin and roll down. And again, you don't have to roll far. This is the focus is on the upper back. So inhale like you're yawning and opening. Exhale like you're closing. Make sure you're not squeezing your fists too hard. Lighten that squeeze a bit. They're just softly folded. And let's do two more. Last one. And settle back into region. And then we'll chi pulse. So we'll start with inhaling, floating the arms just to about the chest. And then drawing the arms in towards the chest and exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And see again, if you can feel like when you're lifting your hands up, it's almost like they're being pulled up by little strings on the backs of your hands. And maybe you feel like you're pulling up this magnet or this sense, whatever the chi feels like to you. Maybe it feels sticky or hot or like a taffy. To me, it always feels like a magnet, like this vibration underneath the palms of my hands as I come up and as I push back down. See if you can tap into that sensation. And remember, as your hands come up, we still have that little bend in the knee. We come right back up. If I was just to close this now, I would just be right back in my Wu Ji. So I would still have that little bend in the knee. Okay. Let's do about 3 more of Qi pulsing. Coming right back into your empty stance. Taking a breath. Noticing how your body's feeling. And then let's do pushing 7 carts forward. So we'll start with just stepping forward with the one leg. And then your hands are by your waist. So just kind of clear by the waist. And then as you exhale, your hands extend and your knee bends and the palms face out. But notice I'm not doing this. Okay, I'm not actually pushing and leaning forward. It's just the hands, just to the end of range. So I'm not rounding the shoulders. And then I start to draw back. And again, I'm not really going way, way back. My spine is straight. And the foot that's forward, the toe lifts up. Then we place it down. Exhale. We push. Inhale. We draw back. Exhale. We push. You can let those arms just rub right against the sides on the spleen and the liver. And then just come back and step that foot back. Let that side go. And then step forward with the other foot. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So exhale and pushing the cart. Inhale, coming back. Really getting into that meditative movement with the arms, your breath, the movement of the body, exhaling and kind of leaning forward, inhaling and coming back. Sliding the arms along the rib cage. And again, lowering them if you need to keep them a little bit lower, keep them lower if it's an issue for your shoulders. Two more. Let's do 2 more pushing 7 carts forward. One of our Qi cultivation exercises. Let that go. Okay, so starting with the Badawa Jin. The first one is 2 hands hold up heaven. So we'll go through the first 4. And we'll do, let's do 6 movements of each. If it involves a side to side, we'll do 3 on each side so we can get to the last couple maybe of them. So Wuji stance. Check all your points, top of your head, tip of your tongue, softness in the arms, slight bend in the knees, and feeling that rootedness in the feet. Tailbone is slightly dropped. Palms face up. We take an inhale. And as we start to come up to just about the chest, we start to turn the hands over and we press up. When you press up, you look up with your eyes. So don't tilt your head back. Just use your eyes to look up. Exhale, hands come out to the sides and back down to below the dantian. Palms turn up and we inhale. Looking up with the eyes. Exhale. That's it. Inhaling. And exhaling. So remember to move with your breath. If you're moving a little bit quicker or slower, that's okay. 3 more. Last one. Take a moment, take a breath. Notice how you're feeling. The next one is draw the bow to shoot the golden arrow. So you can have 3 different or 2 or 3 different options. The first one is that you can just make your bow and arrow and look to the side while you're standing in Wuji, exhaling, inhaling to center, and then exhaling to the other side, inhaling back. The second option is you can take your legs a little wider, and then as you shoot, you can come down. And as you come back to center, you can rise. And you can do it that way to each side. Okay. And the last one is you can stay totally in horse stance if that feels good for you. So pick whatever way you want to do it. So whatever way you want to do it, and then begin with the arms facing you in those loose fists. We're going to go to, I'll mirror you, we're going to go to the left. So we're going to make our bow and arrow. Exhale, shoot to the left and look to the left. Inhale, come back to the center, and then to the right. Exhale, shoot and look to the right, back to the center. So maybe you're standing up here, and that's okay. You can do that and sink and shoot, rise and relax. And the thing here is remember not to shoot too far, not to pull this way back. This is just in front of you. If you look over to your right as you're shooting to the left, you should see your elbow, in fact, your whole arm. And let's do 2 more to each side because I lost track. Last one to each side. And release. Come back to neutral, Wuji stance. Take a breath or 2 and just feel that movement in your body. Notice where you're feeling it. The third one is separating heaven and earth, or raise hands to condition stomach and spleen is another name. So this is the one where we have our teacup. Okay, so let's just take our left hand, and we're going to take the teacup and we're going to present it to the right. We're going to come back to the left, and then we're going to come up by the shoulder, and then flip the fingers to face your ear and press up. That's it. And then spill the tea. So turn your palm down and bring this hand back down. Okay, let's do that again. Turn the left palm up. We're going to present the tea to the right side. So our waist is going to twist a little to the right. We're going to bring it back over to the left. And then we're going to turn the fingers to our shoulder and press up. And then spill the tea and come back in. Okay. Now, let's take the right hand and make that movement. Come across to the left, come back to the right. And when you come to about the shoulder, you're going to turn the fingertips towards your ear and press up. And then spill the tea and come back home. And then let's do it one more time. So they're coming across, coming back to the ear and up. And up. Okay, now we got that feeling in our body. What does the other hand do? So while this hand is presenting, this hand is up here at the waist. And then as you come to the shoulder and start to press up, the other hand presses down. You spill your tea. Now the hand that's pressing down, turn that palm up and start to bring both hands towards each other. As you get to about the center, the other hand is going to start to move and present the tea and press up and down. Spill the tea, turn the other palm up, come back towards the center, and start to move your teacup, pressing up and down. So I must admit, even for me, this is one of my challenges, is working on getting to present the tea and press up and down at the same time. So first comes the movement, and then second comes trying to coordinate that movement, which is a little bit more difficult. So worry just about the movements for right now. And then the coordination will come as you practice. So it's one of the things that I have been really trying to practice on, coordinating. And I'm having difficulty. It's a hard movement. So it's just about getting that coordination and the breath right to press up and down at the same time. That's the challenge. So let's see. I'm gonna keep practicing, but I'm gonna peek at you guys and see if you're having any difficulty. Up and down, spill the tea, palms face each other, and then you go to the other side. Out, over, I'm watching, up to the ear, up and down. And then first, spill the tea, come back to the center. And then the other hand, there. Yeah. I know this one is, like I said, this one takes a little bit of coordination to get it just right. Good. I think everybody has that. And we'll keep practicing it. It is one of the harder ones. So come back to your neutral. Next one is an easy one. Wise owl gazes backwards. So our arms are the owl's wings. The palms are kind of facing the front of the body to start. So here's Wuji. We bring the palms to face the front. We take an inhale, we rotate over the shoulder and just look with your eyes. Don't have to strain the neck. That's your exhale. Inhale to center. Exhale. Inhale. Or you could do it opposite breath if you want. I just started exhale and inhale. Inhale and exhale, just moving. Little turn in the head, little gaze with the eyes over the shoulder. Softness in the knees. Looking over each shoulder. Nice. Come back to your Ruji. And the next movement. So we have we have 4 more movements, but we're going to do at least 1 more of them, or maybe 2. So that was the first 4 of the 8. Silk Brocade or Badwan Jin. The next one we have also done in classes. Some, maybe all of you, maybe not. It's called Wag the Tail. What? Nod the head and wag the tail, or sometimes it's a dragon shakes its head and tail to eliminate part fire is the full name of it. This one is a little bit trickier, but not too much. So again, you don't have to come all the way down like this for this movement. You can keep your feet a little closer together. So I'll start like this. We'll show you this way, and then we'll do it a little wider. So if you're going to not come into a horse stance, and you're going to stand with your feet about 2.5 feet maybe apart, or 3 feet apart, you're going to bend the knees and just have your hands here. So I always say it's like you're a shortstop. So when I do it this way, it's like I'm a shortstop. Okay. And then you're going to look over the left heel. And then you're going to swing around and look over the right heel. And then you're going to bring your body back up to center in that shortstop position. Now look over the right heel, swing around and look over the left heel, and then come back up. So from the side, it's like you're making a little side bend. I'm side bending, swinging, and side bending, and coming up. Side bending, swinging, side bending, and coming up. Okay, that's the motion. If you're doing it with your legs wider, it's the same motion. You side bend, swing, come up. Side bend, swing, come up. So your side bend, look over the heel, come into the front, look over the other heel, and come up. Side bend, swing, and up. Good. Swing, and up. So exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. And give that a little break. How did that feel with everybody? Thumbs up? Okay, kind of. Okay. Yeah. I think when I was learning it was just remembering to go to one side, then the other side, then come up, then go back to that side, and the other side. So the side, so if you go to the left, to the right and up, you go right and then to the left and up, back to the left and over to the right. So that's the only thing, you just have to remember to do it that way. Okay. Next one, let's do one more. Yeah, we have time. So the next one we've also done lots of times in different classes. Grasp the ankles to tonify the kidneys. So this one, we start with a nice inhale up. And it's not like we're coming into a back bend or anything like we would in a Qi yoga class. Sometimes I would vary this movement to do that. Our hands come down the sides, and then they come like where the kidneys are. And then just take your palms and you come all the way down the bladder meridian in the back. As you're coming down, your chin tucks, your knees bend, and you just come down as far as you want. You don't have to come all the way down to the ankles. You can come down to the knees. When you come as low as you want, two options for rising up. You can press into the feet and roll up, and then just take it back into your next movement. So starting by inhaling and exhaling. And the second option to come up is to bend the knees, take the arms and reach them out, and just come right back up. So whatever one feels good for you, that's what you do. Tuck the chin as you roll forward and exhale down towards the ankles. Inhale as you come back up, whether you're rolling up or you bend the knees and reach up. So I'm counting this one as 3. So we're going to do 3 more. And last one. Oh, it always feels so good. I love it. And just come back into your Wuji stance. And wiggle your finger, wiggle around a little bit. Move your legs, your fingers, your toes, your shoulders. And then come back into your empty stance. And I'm going to put my timer on. We're going to try 3 minutes of standing meditation. And how you do that is either in Wuji, you can just stay in Wuji stance, or that pose that we came into the very beginning of class, where we were pretending we were the pine tree. You can come into that pose, whatever one feels better for you. And as you're in this, just focus on the breath. And if you feel uncomfortable, see if you can subtly shift your body, whether it's lifting up through the crown of the head or bending the knees a little bit or adjusting your feet. See if you can get as comfortable as you can. Relaxing all the joints and breathing into the dantian and out from the dantian. Only about 15 more seconds. And slowly just take your hands down to your dantian. Take another breath or two, observing how you're feeling. Okay, we'll close our practice. So we'll take a breath together, bringing our arms up. And as you exhale, make a loose fist with your dominant hand, covering it with the other hand, bringing your hands just in front of the heart. Taking a bow to each other for showing up today, for practicing, and for moving and being a part of this community. Taking a breath to all of our teachers and ancestors, our animal and plant and nature teachers. And lastly, taking a bow to ourselves with love and gratitude for everything we're capable of doing. Thank you for coming to class. I'm going to stop the recording.